Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have LEGO Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy Pieces of the Past. This is a very long title for a sequel to the series that was released last year, just called Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy. Has the same characters, has a few new ones, has a lot of surprises, it has tons of cameos and tons of humor, all at the expense of the thing that the creators and writers and performers all love most, which is Star Wars and Lego. So, yeah, this is it never forgets that it's not just oh, we're gonna do a Star Wars story, but use Lego to tell it, like as if we're gonna paint it instead of making it a film or a TV series or an animated series. It's animated, it's fully 3D animated, but it knows that it's Lego, and the characters, in a sense, also know that they are Lego without ever saying the term. Every one of these series and specials that they've had over the years, for more than 25 years, because I believe the Star Wars license with Lego started in 1999 or so, which seems like a long time ago, but it really isn't. It's surprising that the rise of Lego in the modern era is pretty much reliant upon Star Wars in many ways. There are tons of other types of sets that I absolutely love. There's other brick companies that make some great sets that I love as well. But still, Lego, greatest toy ever. And there's many reasons, because it makes you, or lets you, use your imagination and not be beholden to the instructions, which, if you follow them, make some amazing things. But Lego encourages your imagination. Nothing better than Star Wars, which it's a story we know backwards and forwards. When we have something like that, it sometimes might get a little redundant. We're used to watching it over and over and over again, sure, but you know what? Why not? And, oh, by the way, we're also very beholden to canon. What's canon? What's not? This isn't canon. We don't have to worry about it. We don't care about it. And even if it was canon for some reason, which it never will be, it is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No arguments can be had, and you can have a good time with this. This is just a fun story that shows you how the galaxy of Star Wars would look different if mixed around in some insane ways. We follow the story of Sig Griebling and his brother Dev, played by Gaten Matarazzo. You know him from Stranger Things. He's one of the kids who's now like an adult. They're not kids anymore, but they still got another season to go on Netflix. Tony Revolori, you know him from the Willow series that is no longer in Disney Plus anymore. Come on. Should have got a second season and a third and probably a seventh. But, that's neither here nor there. He plays Dev. You also know him from the Spider-Man, the Tom... why can't I say his name? Tom Spider-Man films. He was Flash Thompson. So, yeah. Why my brain just not working? Why can't I say his name? Anyway, Marcy Martin plays Yessie, the female, one of the female lead in this series. Although there's a number of females you'll recognize in this, and I know it sounds really weird saying female, and I'm sorry, like it's an alien. Oh, it's like a Rhodian and a Wookiee and a woman, a female. Like, that just sounds so weird and so dumb. But yeah, they aren't scarce in this, but she's like the lead. So we'll go with that. We also have Bobby Moynihan playing Jedi Bob, which sounds like the most generic name for a Jedi ever, but he doesn't even like it. But Bobby Moynihan from Saturday Night Live primarily, and he's done so much other voice work and so much other just TV shows. City Hall, I can't remember that one, with Ted Danson. He's whenever he's in something, I love it. He's just hilarious, and he gets to be a Jedi. This guy's a pretty big nerd. I've sold him trading cards already. it's I don't know him personally, but it's just I've sold him X-Men trading cards. So that's kind of fun to be able to say that. D. Bradley Baker is in this as well, because he has to be in everything. D. Bradley Baker makes the noises for everything. All the non-verbal grunts and squeaks and whistles and everything. He plays Darth Nubs. Yeah, Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures. Yeah, Nubs is a Sith in this one. And that's just a tease of some of the things you'll see, some of the voices you'll hear. But again, back to the whole idea that what makes this so fun, so magical, is that it encourages you. If you ever saw any of these builds on here, I know there's people who are watching this tonight. It just premiered a few hours ago. There's 4 episodes. Each of the episodes, by the way, is about 25, 26, 27, and 26 minutes long each. So, yeah, 26, 27 minutes long. You can blow through all 4 of them pretty quick, a little over an hour, and it encourages you not just to buy the toys, that they'll probably bring out sets. And, oh yeah, the brand new Death Star build playset that costs $1,000 is in this. It makes for a very, very funny scene. But yeah, it's a pretty important scene in the first episode of this. And none of it's like, oh, check out this, and here's the price tag, and you should totally buy this. It's not that egregious in selling something. But you know what? It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to go, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be great if I had that? What do you mean that exists? I can buy that? Sure you can for $1,000, but not all the sets are that big. The funny thing is that when different characters come in here, they're all pretty much the little minifigure scale. The ships are, fit with that scale. And obviously the Death Star can't be to scale with everything else. But we also have like the brickheads. Ahsoka appears in this, voiced by Ashley Eckstein. I can never be sure about that, but Ashley voices Ahsoka once again, but she's a brickhead, and she is a very different shape than everybody else. It's fun to see the contrast. Chewbacca's in this, and he is 20 feet tall, he's 30 feet tall, he's humongous, he's a Transformer level kind of guy. And is he a good guy, is he a bad guy? Well, you have to watch to find out, because nobody's guaranteed to be a good guy or a bad guy in this. And I'm not going to spoil the overall arc or some of the big surprises in this. There's a number of neat cameos, and some that you might not even understand, like Jackson. He's a Green Rabbit. Yes, he's existed. He was in the classic Marvel comics, Star Wars comics from the 70s and 80s, and I think they only went through the 80s. All the way through like issue 107. It was my first, by the way, the Star Wars comics were the first comics that I collected as a kid. Just got a subscription. They came in the mail in a brown paper wrapper. Today's comic book collectors would go insane to let the mail handle a barely protected comic book. That's why older comics are more rare and more valuable when they aren't completely destroyed. But I was a kid. I didn't care how much they were worth. I liked reading the adventures of the characters I loved from the movies. Even before Empire Strikes Back came out, I was still loving it. So, that was my first comic series and I've had tens of thousands of... I've lost count of comics ever since. I've gotten rid of a lot, but I still have some of my favorites, so I still collect today. That's just me. But Jackson is a Green Rabbit who talks, and he's played by Ben. He can never say his last name. And it frustrates me that he's not visible right off the bat for me to find. But yeah, there's other names you'll recognize. James. Oh, my brain. You'll recognize Ahmed Best. You'll recognize Sam Worthington. Sam Worthington? No, Sam Witwer. Sam Worthington. I'm sorry. Sam Witwer, Anthony Daniels, and of course, Mark Hamill does make a special appearance in each of the episodes. He's a voice actor king. Come on, he does this all the time. He's done tons of voices, but since everything's twisted and changed around, and not everybody is who you think they are, is in this twisted new galaxy, rebuilt in a new way. I'll get to that in a minute. He's essentially playing Mark Hamill. He's not playing Luke Skywalker necessarily. Yes, he is Luke Skywalker, but he's more Mark Hamill. So, the whole point of this series, the story, is that our hero, Sig, and his brother, well, they're living a life. And at some point, Sig gets pulled into this other galaxy, and where everything is mixed around. Good guys are bad, bad guys are good. Everybody looks different, acts different, and yeah, he doesn't know how to do it. He knows how the old galaxy works. He knows about the Skywalkers. He knows about the saga. He knows about all the people in it. He's a big fan because he's lived it. He's lived through the salvation of the galaxy a number of times. He's had the stories told to him because he's fairly young, but he gets pulled in this other galaxy, and there's nothing. You can't expect anybody to necessarily be an ally or an enemy. In this reality, the same Darth Vader and the Emperor are good guys. How? Why? And the guys who do the voices for those guys in all the other Lego Star Wars series, the funny bits between Vader and Palpatine are amazing. And we get this, but from a totally different vantage point, with them being good guys. Vader in a white suit. If you saw this last year, the series, they brought out a different style Millennium Falcon, a dark Millennium Falcon, which is black and all sorts of other red highlights and things like that. It was an amazing looking set with figures you would only get with that set. I do not doubt that with this new series, we should be seeing new sets at your local stores in the Lego store any minute now. There's a snow speeder. No, not a snow speeder. It's like a fire speeder. It's like a fiery speeder. It's a flame speeder. I forget what they called it, but I won't spoil it for you. It's a good little bit of comedy. So yeah, it's man, I can't believe my brain is just not working tonight. I'm sorry. But in this sequel to the last year's story, which is complete in itself, and this is complete in itself as well, in all 4 episodes, we have a new whole problem. There's a new bad guy, that guy right there, Solitus, who believes that, you know what, everything just should be wiped away. All of it. Just get rid of it all. Don't. Nope. Bye-bye. Everything. And he has a way to do it. And it ties back to Jedi Bob in a pretty major way. And how they explain that, they sort of show us in a kind of a retro TV commercial style version, as if you were playing with Legos in the 80s. It looks fantastic. They put so many just little things, beyond just visual references, inside jokes, and digs at Star Wars, questionable Star Wars moments, or just silliness. And also the conspiracies and fan theories and things like that are all played with in these things. The complaints that some people might have about certain Star Wars movies, yeah, that gets played in there for a little bit and just has fun. Just have fun with it. It's not, nobody's being mean, nobody's being cruel, nobody's just digging in. They're having a good time with this. And that's what you should do with Star Wars and Lego. Whenever you're experiencing those things, Star Wars and Lego, it should be a good time. I grew up with Lego, I grew up with Star Wars. The idea that I had to wait till I was an adult, well into being an adult, to ever have Lego Star Wars together, makes me sad. I want to be a child again. Now, you know what? You don't have to be. You can feel like a child when you're playing with Star Wars Legos. I know this sounds like a freaking commercial, but it's not. Nobody's paying me to say this. God, I wish they were. But so what we get here is just another fun story. The heroes battling the villains, and you don't know necessarily who is what. And with certain cameos and certain appearances, one of my favorite fun parts, which I won't go into detail on, but just seeing R2 and 3PO and Queen Amidala in a whole new light. Yeah, we have Vader, we have Leia, we have Luke. So what would make the family complete other than Queen Amidala? Are we going to get the reunion, the family reunion that we could never have in the original saga? Yeah. It's fun. It doesn't fit along any certain canon or timelines. It's all eras mixed together. If that frustrates you, angers you, seriously, you need to lighten up for one thing and just not watch it, I guess. Or watch it and be just shown that you can have fun without all your preconceived notions. Still, just saying. Let me see if there's anybody else I can mention in here. Of course, I said Sam Witwer and Ahmed Best, Phil Lamar, Russ Marquand. Yeah. It's. Did I say Anthony Daniels? Of course, is playing C-3PO. Yeah. This is, for me, it's just always fun. And oh, I think Billy D. Williams as Lando, but as you've never seen him before, but as still as smooth and as cool as ever. So yeah, again, I can't say enough good things about this. This is the kind of thing I want to watch over and over again. I want to watch with kids, my friends' kids, and just get a kick out of it. But yeah, I couldn't really teach them about anything. They can say, "Who's that character?" Because I would just go, "Well, they did this in the movies, but he's totally different here because he's a bad guy when he's a good guy in the movies." So it might be confusing without a point of reference for little kids, but either way, a lot of them I don't think will care. I think they'll just have a fun time. So definitely share this with your kids if they love Lego and they love Star Wars, and you do too. So I already picked tomorrow's episode yesterday. So we're going to be watching Modern Marvels, which is a series, I guess, a docu-series. So yeah, I think we might have something in common. I think from what I've seen, something a little bit in common with what we just watched. We'll see. Modern Marvels is what we're watching next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.